Hey everyone, hello. Just wanted to say before starting this vlog that I thought long and hard whether or not I should release this vlog. I just talk about like why I left LA. I delayed the release of this vlog. I shot it like almost a month ago, but I delayed the release due to all of the fires in LA and a lot of the hardships my friends and like people really close to me were going through back in California. So I just wanted to be sensitive to that. So that being said, yeah, I talk about in this video of why I left LA. I edited a few here and there, took some things out of it just to be sensitive to what people are going through in LA. And I don't want to talk too harsh on the city, but I still talk about my experiences, still get very vulnerable in this video. But that being said, I hope you enjoy it. Here goes the vlog. I am gonna do the video. I want to be in bed asleep, but I'm gonna push through and do the video. So I'm all showered up and got my hair sorted out. I'm not mic'd up yet and I'm gonna shoot a video, my first vlog. So I'm in my car and I'm on my way to Cannon Beach. Stopped off on the side of the road to get some drinking water. It's pretty cool. No. I just moved here from California.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your
Yeah. Pasadena.
Catalina.
Pasadena.
Oh, Pasadena.
Yeah. So like, yeah. A good change.
That's good going here.
I'm loving it here.
Yeah, I love it. I went for a ski a couple days ago and now I'm going to be like,
Oh, that's the best.
I know.
That is awesome.
Which do you like the best, the beach or the mountain?
Filled my water bottles. Matt's a very nice person while I'm doing it. Getting back on the road. It's pretty cool. It's like super clean water. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, got this bad boy filled. And this one filled. And now it's time to continue my trek to the coast. Okay, testing the mic. I have arrived at Cannon Beach, but kind of disappointed because Sleepy Monk Organic Coffee Roasters is closed. So thankfully I did caffeinate with this, but I was like looking forward to getting some coffee before officially starting this video. But we have arrived, we're here. Gonna do a taste test of the water that I got earlier. Well, that's really good. Oh yeah, that's so much better than tap water. Yeah, that was a good move. I almost just kept driving, but I was like, I'm gonna stop. So yeah. On my way to Cannon Beach. It's nice and sunny. I picked a really good day to come out here today. There's no rain. I thought it would be rainy. Wore like a good jacket that could protect myself from the rain, but no, there's no rain, which is really cool. So I'm stoked. But yeah. Still haven't gotten tired I've seen this site. It's pretty cool. This dog came over here to say hi to me. In the middle of me, talking. Picked a really good day to come out to Cannon Beach. No rain, absolutely no rain. It's nice and sunny. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. So I made it out here. I did the drive. I'm out here at Cannon Beach and contemplating how I'm going to talk about what I set out to talk about. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I now live in Oregon. No longer living in California. And I made this video, this vlog, to kind of talk about why I left California. It's kind of a really long story, so I'm going to try to compact it best I can. But these will come off later. Right now the sun's just in my face, so I'm wearing my shades. But yeah, had a hard time figuring out where to start. Look at that rock in the background, so epic. I'm on my way to try and find somewhere to sit so that I can properly collect my thoughts and talk about it. But yeah, I live in Oregon now. I officially moved like towards the end of last year. The reason why I moved, I loved California. I loved being out there. I was living in Pasadena. Hidden gem, Old Town Pasadena, really love it. But I went through some life things that led me to having to make a change. It's funny, first time doing this, shooting a vlog and just seeing people look at me. Yeah, I think the more of these I do, the more I'll care less about people staring at me while I'm shooting the video. But yeah, I left California due to emotionally healthy reasons and also out of necessity for me to further my career in a healthy way. Being a musician, an artist, a creative. I've been living in California since 2018, moved there from Hawaii. It was good. And then COVID hit, all of that kind of flipped everything upside on its head. I stopped playing as much shows as I was playing. I was playing a lot of shows before COVID, and then during COVID, as you know, I couldn't play any shows. Coming out of COVID though, well, let's not skip things and get ahead of ourselves. During COVID, you know, I took a job, full-time job. It was good, pay was decent, and kind of took it while I was in a relationship, which I got in like a year after I moved here. And I'm gonna sit down to dial in more on this part of things. So yeah, I took a job, we paid decent, full-time job. I wasn't playing much music then. Yeah, so during COVID, I had to find ways to bring in funds. since I wasn't playing shows, and since I was working this like part-time retail thing, and that just wasn't cutting it when COVID hit. So I ended up getting promoted to a full-time position, which took up a lot more of my time, 11-hour work days. But during that time, I started like doing a soundtrack for a movie that hasn't released yet, but it was fun to do. Did some Zoom shows, but it's just being in a relationship. I moved in with my girlfriend then at that time as well. It was already a chaotic financially for me, but somehow I was making things work. And then getting this full-time job that paid good really helped. And at the same time, I was working this job out in Malibu that also paid really well. But COVID hit. And when COVID hit, it kind of flipped everything on its head. COVID was already here, but the lockdown hit. And so going out, doing anything was off limits. It sucked, but made it work. So what I did first is, clamped on the job, was doing the music things I could do a lot of songwriting, wrote an album, recorded an album, released an album, all during COVID lockdown. I did this job, but then I got hurt at this job, which sucked. Stepped out of a van with 5-gallon water bottles full, delivering. That's a whole other story. Like, I'll get into that. Well, I should talk about it now. The job I took was for this water company, and they did more than just like fancy water filling up bottles. They also did like delivery. They also did appliances, and so I can take these off now. And so it was tricky because I was doing e-commerce for them and customer service and working at their home office. And then I got an offer to do deliveries for them. For the same pay, I get paid for the same hours regardless, my full 8 hours. And even if I work less days, they gave me a really good deal, but I didn't realize how strenuous and long the days would become. So I started working 11-hour days, 11-plus-hour days. It wasn't fun, less time for music, but it was a stable job, full-time, came with benefits, it was good. It made things go a bit easier in my relationship, but it wasn't a glamorous job. But it was what it was. And I got hurt at it, basically, long story short. Handle snapped off a bottle, fell on my knee, it was bad. It was bad. Bad injury, but what should have been a quick settlement case, quick settlement of everything, just stretched out for years, which sucked. And then I finally got an attorney. When that happened, things just got worse. They put a clamp down on what jobs I could take while going through the settlement, meaning I couldn't legally work anywhere. So I just had to make things work. So to make ends meet, I took odd jobs here and there. As the lockdown ended, I was still running AV for events, audio and video, for people who don't know what that means. And then I picked up this really cool job. I was driving for picture cars, which was cool. Let me change the perspective a little bit. Driving for this picture car company was a lot of fun. I got to drive classic cars, expensive cars, old cars. It was really cool, but it was a really good job. So I took that and was doing that as much as I could. But during that time, my relationship came to an abrupt end. In the middle of a heated settlement case, I just was not financially bringing in with my girlfriend at that time. It was causing the relationship stress. Me going through a settlement case, being hurt, scrambling to make money, meet that ways was just I don't want to go into the whole relationship thing. But yeah, just saying that on top of other stupid stuff kind of brought the relationship to an end. And so it put me in a really bad place because then I had to move out. Very abrupt, it was bad. And so I was bouncing around with friends for a bit. Then I was in a motel, hit a very low place, having clamps on me as far as the settlement case, not being able to legally work, trying to find a place to live, not being able to stay with friends for long. I was at a church then volunteering. Was talking about possibly being on staff, but that never panned out. So it just put me in a bad spot financially. So the side gigs I was working was good, but they just weren't coming fast enough for me to like get stability in my life out there, being like moving out of my apartment, giving it to my girlfriend at that time, and taking myself off the lease and all that stuff, and then putting my stuff, everything I owned in storage. I was just scrambling, and things were not just panning out. Wasn't great. I ended up in a bad place emotionally, mentally, and so, yeah, I'm gonna change shots a little bit. So, yeah, everything kind of just got crazy. I ended up in a bad, low place. Okay, I told myself if I was going to do this vlog, it was going to be sincere and vulnerable. In my head on this drive out here, I had it locked down, but I realized that I'm being very vague in the video, so I'm going to attempt not to be vague. Things were not good, so it was tough. I really tried to stick it out in Pasadena, you know, hoping to get on staff at my church. That didn't pan out. So that income was not a thing. That was like a stipulation in my settlement case, was that I can be employed at my church, but I couldn't be employed, officially employed anywhere else. The only income that I was illegally allowed to make would be through my church and through my music, which was hard because shows coming out of COVID went like bouncing and popping off like they were before. But I put a band together and we were playing some shows, making some money that way, but it was never like, not a lot. It was always just like a little flash in the pan, and then the other income I had was just like not measuring up. You know, it was keeping me a little bit out of debt, but still bills were coming, things were mounting. It was not good. And then not having a place to live, throwing myself in a motel because I no longer was able to stay with some friends, and that ate up all of my savings. And then yeah, I hit a very low place. Downed a bunch of pills, and just I had a bad view of myself. Like losing the relationship that I had really infected my image and opinion of myself as a man. So coming out of that was, what do I mean coming out of that? Like being in that place was like, made things rough. And so I just got caught up in the fog, you know, and sucked into it, and yeah, downed a bunch of sleeping pills, tried to end things. By God's grace, I woke up the next day. It's kind of hilarious because I had a meeting with friends, so I had to meet with friends while still recovering from taking all those pills, and so trying to look alert and downing like insane amount of caffeine to mask the symptoms of being groggy from taking all those sleeping pills. But I didn't even throw them up, which was weird. I think I did throw up. I did throw up. I threw up when I woke up, yeah. So I downed a bunch of coffee and energy drinks. Tried to push forward, but wasn't panning out still. It was still in a bad place. And so I did a little bit of traveling. Went out to Nashville, see my brother, help him out with a few things, shot some content for him for his tours and whatnot. That was really good, really healthy. Got me out of the city for a bit. Got me around family. It was good to be around my brother. Good to be around my sister-in-law and my amazing little nephew, Zeke. That was really life-giving. But yeah, still was like not the ideal situation. I was going back and forth. I had commitments in California, shows I had to play with my band, and a few other side gigs that I was doing, and I just got into a spiral where everything was a blur. I was just pushing day to day just to keep my head afloat, and then every now and then I'd get blindsided and end up in a really bad emotional state and having really dark thoughts. And so there's a few times when I was coming back home from the metro station. Another thing is like I didn't have a car because I got into a car accident like a month before I broke up with my girlfriend at that time, and so we were splitting a car, and so I didn't have a car, so I was borrowing friends' cars to get around, and there would be sometimes I had gigs to work, jobs like running audio video, and I'd have to take the metro there and back, and so a few late nights where I contemplated some really dark thoughts, but thankfully it didn't happen. But yeah, so being in a really bad space, I had to like pull myself up. Thankfully, some friends who really pushed me to get out of California. I came to Oregon. Came here initially to just shoot some content for my brother during a music, the Portland Folk Fest. Hoping this wind is not like destroying the mic quality. I have to listen back to this, make sure it's recording. We're back. So yeah, my original plan was to move back to California. But, you know, I started realizing that I was doing that for others and not really for myself. And I didn't really know what Victor needed. I mainly was just doing it because I was like, hey, I felt beholden. I could feel these people's expectations of what they needed from me or what they wanted from me or what they thought was best for me. And so I was like trying to get myself together so I can go back to California and get back to things. But it was not working. I tried everything, you know, still in the court case, still in all that clamping down on me through all of this. So I could still I couldn't legally work, which my employer was kind of messed up for doing because I was like talking to my attorney. I was like, how am I supposed to make a living in all of this? Well, I'm not allowed to legally work. And he was like, this is just how they squeeze people. And my injury was still messing with me a lot. My left knee was still messed up. But yeah, doing all of this for my physical therapy was to work out and stay consistently like in shape and just strengthen around my knee best I could. So, and the whole transition of going between Nashville, Oregon, and California, I lost 30 pounds. I was working out a lot. It was my therapy. It was how I kept myself sane. It gave myself some sense of control, being in a situation where the control over my life was taken from me in a lot of ways, not being able to work. Having to scramble to find ways to financially like provide for myself, not having somewhere to live, being homeless. It sucked even saying that word and realizing that was the situation I was in. I felt like a lot of people around me did not really understand what I was going through, and like they're not really to blame. Maybe they are, but I don't emote well when I'm not doing good. I hide it very well. I have a good poker face, so I don't think they could understand the gravity, or I don't think they understood the gravity of my situation. But yeah, so working out kept me sane, being in the gym, songwriting, spending a lot of time just me and God having tough conversations. Do my best to like dig into my Bible, realizing that I was treating myself poorly through therapy, through my time meditating and praying with God, realizing that I wasn't loving Victor well through all of this, and learning that I had to change that in order for me to be a better human, in order for me to have a better life, in order for me to be better at everything. So I started to learn that I had to put myself first in some ways and not be overly concerned with how that would affect others, because it was that or I'd end up back in the hole where I was before. So I made the decision to make that change and listen to my therapist, listen to the teachings, listen to the advice and the things that I was learning about myself. And so I started to, break the cycles. It got me out of contemplating suicide, which is something I contemplated every single day. And I would have to convince myself not to every single day, because I was just like, I didn't like the person I saw in the mirror. I thought that I had failed as a man. And I was seen in the ways that I was in abusive situations within my relationship. And it was not like physically abuse, nothing like that. It was more like emotionally and mental abuse. But still I felt bad because I was like, hey, if I had my act together and was able to work things out some kind of way and financially, then I would still be in a relationship. But then realizing that's not a healthy thing. If that, I didn't just realize that, but learning through therapy that that's not a healthy thing for someone to love you because of what you provide. Yeah, so, yeah. So yeah, I started getting into a healthier place and was playing a lot of shows out here in Oregon, which was cool. Done a lot of songwriting and writing new music, which was awesome. People loved my music out here, which was cool. I released 2 of the singles I was working on with a good friend of mine, Tom Reed, which the whole transition from Oregon to California made things hard because I felt like it just sucked the steam out of the project we were working on. And I could never tell like if things are cool with my friends back there, if they were feeling some sort of way. And then I had to get into a place where I was like, I need to focus on Victor, otherwise I would not be on this planet much longer. So I had to get my act together as far as how I was caring for myself. Because around that time I decided that I do want to be here. I want to see my nieces and nephews grow old. I want to see my siblings grow up and want to see my sisters get married. Then I want to see for myself what actual real love looks and feels like. So I was like, come on, I'll stick around. And I just want to see Victor with this healthier myself, with this healthier look on life, this new look on life. What could be out there for me? So I was curious. And so yeah, I decided to start this journey. See where it takes me. I don't know where it would take me, but yeah, I know you guys all invited to follow me on this journey. It's gonna be cool. So yeah, I officially moved to Oregon like 2-3 weeks ago. Got an apartment, got a car, which was cool. That whole thing made me have to refocus on, as it started becoming a reality to some of my friends in California that I was not coming back, that I was going to move out here. It was not taken positive in a lot of ways. Some friends did some things that were not really cool to try to be a hindrance in some ways. I learned there were some friends I couldn't trust in ways that I thought I could trust them, what was painful. And then I learned there were some friends who I could trust. So it wasn't all bad, but yeah, that caused me to have to refocus on a few things. But yeah, I moved to Oregon, got an apartment, and I'm gonna do a year out here and then see what the future holds. So yeah, this is the first vlog of many. I'll be doing some more vlogs, but that's the reason I left California, because it was gonna kill me. Yeah, I mean, put this clip at the beginning, was like, yeah, I had to leave California because it was gonna kill me. And I had to be honest with myself about that I would not be around longer if I stayed. It was just too painful being there. Seeing the memories, seeing those things that made me think about the relationship that died, the old me that was no more, and then all of it was just sucking me in, and I'm a Mr. Fix-It, so it was gonna make me make some stupid, foolish decisions, which I should not make. And I needed to move forward. I need to close that chapter, I need to move forward, so this is my way of doing it. It's not goodbye forever, California. Like, I'll be there to play shows, do events and whatnot, but I'm gonna be living in Oregon for a year and seeing what the future holds. I'll be traveling to play music, do shows, go on tour, putting my first tour together. I'm gonna be starting a campaign for that soon, which would be cool. Got an amazing band of human beings I put together, some talented people out here in Oregon. I do really miss my guys in California and really hope that I can play with them again someday. I really love those guys. And it really pains me that I had to leave how I had to leave, but I had to be honest with myself that I just couldn't afford to fly them out here and do shows, and I just couldn't afford to stay there. But who knows, when I go back there and do shows, maybe I'll get some of my homies back on stage with me. But yeah, I left California because it's a very heavy place, very soul-sucking place. Old Town Pasadena was like a nice little hidden gem, but everywhere else there was like a lot of heaviness. I met some beautiful, amazing humans, but I just needed a break. And then finding a break, I found it. I found a new adventure for me, a new chapter, and it's been amazing so far. So yeah.
Sometimes
I'm walking from the beach now to a new location. This is really cool. It's a really good idea to come out here and just escape for a little bit.
Sometimes I wanna dance like Fred Astaire, looking at myself, shuffling my feet in the mirror. Sometimes I wanna be like Charlie Chaplin, I sing the word, but showing everybody how it's happening. Sometimes I wanna be like Charlie Parker, sit outside the door to
Just
have
walking
me
down the
like a marker.
coast.
Sometimes I wanna be like Sherlock
I'm gonna
Holmes, solving all the mysteries.
Drive down further and
in
see if
my
I can
home.
find another cool spot to chill,
People
maybe
gather around.
read a
Come
book
on,
or something.
Take a ticket right here, take a load off. Come on.
But yeah,
It goes to show,
let
my
me put these
friend,
little like
the curtain's about to
bucket lists.
open, you're about to be
Bucket
shown.
lists.
That the world ain't so bad, it's so dark.
So-
And everybody
so pretty out here
got
today.
to be a little spark. We can shine until the end. Yeah, a watch here is about to begin. I said,
If the water wasn't so cold,
I was
I'd just run and dive in.
doing my best to make my way. I didn't want to be turned into a little toy now. Oh, when I got a little older and a little bit bolder in my days, I said I'm tired of seeing all the ones I love trapped, locked in the pain. So I took a stand for the best, took a ride there as I flew from the nest. And I reached a hand out to a friend and I said, do you need a little hand? People looked at me like, you gotta be crazy trying to be a good man nowadays. Come on, why don't you give in to all the craze? Sometimes I wanna dance like Fred Astaire, looking at myself, shuffling my feet in the mirror. Sometimes I wanna be like Charlie Chaplin, I say the word.
Headed down the road now. Let me give it a shake. Headed down the road to get some gas. Sorry if the camera's like super shaky. It's like not the best thing to hold my phone, but it'll get the job done. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out. Gorgeous day. Thankful to be alive. Now I'm on my way to the other spot. Gotta move this mic somewhere more inconspicuous. It's like super obvious there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I'm liking Oregon. It's been good. I'm gonna shoot some more vlogs, some more cool videos of me just chit-chatting and whatnot. I think I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, as long as you guys keep watching these videos, I'll keep posting. But moving to Oregon was a good choice. It may not be the choice everyone wanted for me, but it's a choice for some people want it for me, but that is besides the point. It's the choice I think is the best for me. So Oregon, I'm here for a year and gonna just take in this adventure. I mean, like, yeah, I'm liking the coast. This is my car, Jojo, I named it. And look at this guy, just chilling. Just gonna fly away. Look how gorgeous this is. Hey, buddy. So yeah, so like just want to like end the vlog by saying that my settlement case ended finally. My attorney got bullied, so we didn't get like the amount that we wanted to get, but very low amount. Finally got my life back as far as that, able to get employed now, so but working to move forward in this new chapter. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be keeping you guys updated. I'm gonna do some more vlogs and yeah, some more vlogs. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that it encourages other people to like take chances and step out there, step into the unknown, and to keep pushing forward. But yeah, that being said, if you guys enjoyed the vlog, drop a comment down below, say something encouraging. It's good not to feel like I'm alone in this journey. But yeah, drop something in the comment section. I'm going to be dropping some more vlogs. The next one will be more lighthearted, maybe something fun, me doing something fun with some friends. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, this YouTube channel is going to be more of this, just like a little glimpse into my life outside of just my music stuff and my art stuff. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.